We've got Sophie Cunningham getting her own shoe, and everybody losing their pathetic little minds over it. Well, not everybody. Old WNBA fans, old guard WNBA fans, are losing their mind over the white girl pointing at her brand new shoes. Yeah, that's what she's pointing at.
Sophie Cunningham has officially received her own player-exclusive Adidas Crazy Energy colorway, arriving on July 24 for $120. Featuring a pink to white gradient, light blue mesh panels, bold orange midsole accents, and her personal branding, the release immediately sparked huge reactions across social media. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Surprisingly, more than 92% of viewers still haven't subscribed. It costs nothing, takes only a moment, and genuinely helps us continue creating more content like this. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much for the incredible support. Now, let's jump straight back into today's story.
Old fans crash out, lose their mind, and scream white privilege. It is hilarious watching these people melt down over the most minuscule things, over the smallest little things. Watching these folks melt down, go hysterical, lose their mind, rant, rave, complain. Oh my God, I can't believe.
The announcement didn't explode because everyone was celebrating Sophie's success. It exploded because one particular group simply couldn't accept it. The backlash arrived immediately, with angry comments, endless threads, and countless opinions spreading across social media. Ironically, every complaint proved the exact same point. Sophie Cunningham has been living rent-free in their minds for quite some time now. The louder the criticism became, the more attention she received. Instead of hurting her popularity, the outrage only made her even more impossible to ignore.
Sophie Cunningham, the blonde bomber, is coming out with shoes. These are so dope. These are her PE colorways coming out with Adidas. Oh my God, Sophie Cunningham, man, just keeps getting better and better by the day, man. I hope these are for men as well, man, because I would like to cop these, man. These are hella dope. Very Sophie type of shoes, man. Like, I don't know. I just look at these and I just see Sophie just all over them, man. These are perfect.
Today, we're breaking down everything surrounding this release, including the shoe itself, the criticism, and why so much of the backlash says far more about the critics than it does about Sophie Cunningham. We'll also explain why this Adidas release is expected to perform extremely well, regardless of the negativity filling the comment sections across social media.
Shoe, a PE for Sophie Cunningham got announced. A player exclusive, player edition, whatever PE stands for. She's got her own kind of shoe style. It's coming out. And man, these old guard bitter fans, they are collapsing right in front of our very eye. They're going through a mental breakdown, a psychotic break right before our very...
To understand why this shoe announcement created such an enormous reaction, you first have to understand how dramatically Sophie Cunningham's profile has changed during the past year. She didn't suddenly appear out of nowhere. She's been part of the WNBA since 2019, spending 6 seasons with Phoenix before joining the Indiana Fever in 2024. For most of her career, she was known as a dependable rotation player, a tough competitor, a reliable three-point shooter, and someone who consistently made winning plays. She was respected throughout the league, but she wasn't yet the player dominating national basketball conversation every single week.
DB.
Then everything changed on June 22, 2026. During a heated matchup, DeWanna Bonner exchanged words with Caitlin Clark before Sophie Cunningham stepped into the moment. When Bonner motioned for her to stop pointing, Sophie kept pointing for nearly 22 straight seconds. Team staff eventually guided her back toward the bench as both players received technical fouls. The clip exploded across the internet, reaching sports pages, entertainment outlets, and even national political conversations. It instantly became one of the biggest WNBA memes of the season. More than statistics, that fearless moment transformed Sophie Cunningham into one of the most recognizable names in women's basketball because she refused to back down.
About where you're going to take this next, like what? Because you know, how do we grow the points? What could it be? Do you know what I mean? Have you given this Have you given this any thoughts?
I didn't even.
By the end of the year, Google's annual year in search rankings placed Sophie Cunningham among the 10 most searched athletes in the United States. She ranked 7th overall and was the only female athlete inside the top 10. She even surpassed Caitlin Clark among women's athletes, showing just how much attention she had generated. When Adidas evaluated its roster to decide who deserved a player-exclusive release, the company wasn't relying on guesses. The numbers, the visibility, and the public interest all pointed directly towards Sophie Cunningham.
Cunningham's signature shoe, I'm not gonna lie, this shoe looks amazing, man. I might have to get me a pair. Now, I don't really have anything pink, so that means I probably have to go out and get me a pink shirt or some pink shorts or something, just so it can go with this, man, because these shoes are...
The shoe itself stands out immediately with a bold and eye-catching design. It features a bright pink toe that gradually fades into white toward the heel, while light blue mesh panels and matching 3 stripes add extra contrast. Orange accents across the midsole and outsole complete the energetic look. The design perfectly reflects Sophie's confident personality and memorable on-court moments. After sealing a Fever Road victory with clutch free throws, she famously pointed toward the Phoenix crowd, creating one of the season's most viral images. Even more impressive, Adidas hasn't given this level of player-exclusive treatment to a WNBA athlete since Candace Parker, making Sophie's release a significant milestone.
People are in their feelings and upset. They always in their feelings and upset if anything that's connected to Caitlin Clark has anything positive going on. But when it comes to shoes, y'all do know, and I'm talking to all the people way in the back that just don't understand. Y'all do know that this is business, right? And when it comes to WNBA players, right, Sophie Cunningham is top 5 in followers on every platform when it comes to WNBA players. So yes, she should be one of the ones that get...
Not surprisingly, the criticism arrived almost immediately after Adidas announces the release. Many comments focused on Sophie's scoring average, pointing out that she has averaged roughly 8 points per game throughout her WNBA career. Critics repeatedly used that statistic to argue she didn't deserve a player-exclusive shoe. Others insisted different players should have received the opportunity instead, turning the debate into a major discussion across social media. As the conversation grew, many of those arguments revealed motivations that extended far beyond basketball statistics alone.
Off of racism, because this player in her career has averaged 8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. Shoes used to mean something. It was like you are at the top of your game in your sport. Players like Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu, Asia Wilson, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, they're actually doing well in the sport. In the same way that in corporate America, white men utilize their privilege of being white men to continue to climb the ladder, Sophie Cunningham has used her proximity to Caitlin Clark and her racist fan base in order to propel herself forward when people who actually deserve it are not given that opportunity.
The conversation also includes another issue that cannot be ignored. Much of the backlash surrounding Sophie Cunningham reflects the same debates that have followed WNBA coverage over the past 2 years. Some criticism focuses on basketball and marketing, which is perfectly fair. However, a noticeable portion centers on the attention Sophie and Caitlin Clark continue to receive. Caitlin herself has publicly condemned racist behavior from parts of her fan base, while Sue Bird has pointed out that these issues existed long before Clark entered the league. Against that backdrop, many people believe the word undeserving often carries meaning far beyond simple basketball performance.
Does the league provide for you guys as players to kind of help you try to filter through some of the hate and negative things that come through on social media?
I think that honestly, I don't know what our league does to help with that. If they really do anything, you can put out statements as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you're in an entertainment business. That's when mental toughness comes in. If you're gonna live by praise, you're gonna die by the hate, and so I think that's on the individual person to have mental toughness. Some people can deal with it, some people can't, and I think you can see the ones who can, and unfortunately there are some who can't, and it's not beneficial to them, but you can't control what other people say or what other people do. All you can do is control yourself, how you treat people, speak up, and support people who, maybe don't have a voice or don't have the courage to do that, but it's one of those things. You're in the entertainment business, and
the strongest argument for this shoe has very little to do with points per game. Sophie Cunningham has become one of the WNBA's most recognizable personalities, fueled by enormous popularity and a viral moment that reached audiences far beyond basketball. She has maintained a genuine partnership with Adidas since 2022 after moving from Nike, and has consistently represented the brand through games, interviews, and social media. In today's sports business, visibility drives sales, and Sophie has become one of the league's league's biggest marketing successes. Despite modest career statistics, her influence currently reaches further than many players with far more impressive numbers.
This is gonna be fun. Everyone gets one, and I have like 6, 7 pairs here.
Oh, 6, 7? Oh, see? They're real. They're real.
Only All-Stars wear them. That's why mine are still in the box.
Sophie Cunningham?
I'm busy.
Wow!
The stats argument simply doesn't hold much weight. Shoe companies have always valued popularity, personality, and marketability alongside performance. Player-exclusive releases are designed for athletes who connect with fans beyond the box score. Sophie earned that attention naturally through her confidence, competitiveness, and unforgettable viral moments. Adidas invested in a personality that resonates with today's audience, and Sophie has continued proving she can ignore the criticism while building her brand.
Refuses a straight spin, spiders, not there. Hopper with the rebound. We got a whistle, and we're headed back the other way.
Down 10, and I mean, they just came back with a vengeance, an absolute.
The biggest question is whether the shoe will sell, and many believe the answer is yes. Some critics are already predicting failure, hoping weak sales will support their arguments. But the Fever fanbase, especially Caitlin Clark supporters, has consistently shown strong buying power. Combined with Adidas branding, the eye-catching design, and Sophie's popularity, this release has all the ingredients to become a commercial success despite the online backlash.
They're charging $120 for a role player. I see why Adidas is always coming in last place. I mean, look, in this league, let's be real. The #1 trending female athlete last year on Google was Sophie Cunningham. On Google. And that was before the viral meme that took over the planet for 10 days.
Sophie Cunningham's journey shows how quickly an athlete's profile can change. By staying true to herself, embracing unforgettable moments, and building a strong partnership with Adidas, she created an opportunity few expected. Critics may continue debating online, but when the shoe officially launches on July 24, the real results will come from the fans who decide to support it.